We are going live here. I got a camera over here. You can pull me right back over there. There we go. Because, it's a little after 10 o'clock. I do not like starting late. You want to stress me out real quick? Start me late. Make me arrive late. If I arrive late, I'm going to be a little bit growly about it. All right. Can you go ahead and let me see. I'm not seeing it on those screens there that I'm live. Are you seeing it? Take a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. Hilario's running the studio today, learning all the things about all the things. There we go. Now I see it. Hilario, I think I want to challenge you to build me a whole kind of intro thing, where it's just kind of dun, 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 like theme music. You think you can do that for me?
Yeah. Definitely try, yeah.
All right. Well, hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Nick, and we're going to do a little bit of marketing updates this morning. At some point in time, I'm going to get to a point where I can share my screen, which I can. I already have the software to do it. I just don't have it set up today. Why? Because I went a little late this morning, Chitty Mick chatting with the absolute amazing Lindsay Smith as we got things up and running this morning. So let's talk a little bit. I know yesterday we talked about family. We talked a little bit about EOS. Today we are going to talk about marketing. Hilario, you got to get those cameras rolling, bro. So we're going to start with, oh man. We're going to start with the privacy policy that is going into Google. And here we go. Let me just be very, very blunt with you right now. Nothing that you do is actually private. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. So it seems like it's getting stuck on this one. Do you have it where it's rotating? There it goes. Hey, I had to give it a little extra time. Okay. What do I mean by that? It means that, here we go. Even if you delete the app, they're still going to save the data. There is nothing that you do on your phone, nothing that you do on your phone that is not saved. So before, apps used to have a little bit more privacy than websites. However, that is going away. So just be acutely aware. And you want to know what's the worst part about this? And to all of my Android users, this is going to affect you more than us Apple users, because this is specifically for Google. So just be acutely aware of that. Hey, let's put a little check mark here next to that. Here we go. We're going to unpin that. Next thing we're going to talk about is Meta. Are you running ads? Your ad fees may be going up. So Meta will soon apply new location fees to specific jurisdictions that cover the digital service taxes and other location-based fees imposed on Meta in those jurisdictions. Location fees will start July 1st, 2026. What does this mean? This means that your cost per click is going to go up. Your cost per impression is going to go up. Why? The powers that be are seeing all the ad revenue generated by these companies, and they go, we want a piece. Some of these are as high as 5%. You're going to get a 5% tax on you running ads now. For every dollar that you spend in ad spend, 5 cents is going to go to the government. Wow. Here we go. And here we go. You ready for this? They're not going to take it from the ad spend that you've spent. Nope. Because that would make sense. They're going to put it on top of. So if you were going to spend $100 in ads, now you're going to spend $105 in ads. What they're doing is the government came in and said, we're going to tax this. And Meta said, you're not taking that money from us. We're going to pass that right on to the consumer. We're going to pass that right on to the business. It's funny. There is going to be a massive, massive swing in ad spend. How many, did you even know this was coming out? I'm getting this as a partner. Oh, you want to know? I did find out about this about 45 days ago. Yep. This is the updated version of what's going on within Meta. And this is just, here we go. Do not ever think anything from the government is free. Let's just delete that from your mind right now. Everything is paid by someone. And in this situation here, the government said, hey, look at all that money that's going over there. And they said, we want a piece of that. And we're going to use that to fund something else. And they're going to say, hey, now look what we're able to give away for free. But it's really not. It's really not. Someone's paying for it. All right, let's go ahead. And now we're going to talk about SEO and the Google business profile. In the day of AIEO, why does it sound like a song? EIEIO. That's what it sounds like. AIEO. And the day AIEO, okay, or SEO, which is search everywhere optimization, not search engine, search everywhere optimization, or GEO or AEO, or all the other marketing terminology that us marketers like to come up with. Your Google business profile is still going to be the number one thing that you need. Even if you have your Apple business profile, your Bing business profile, your Yelp business profile, your Trustpilot business profile, your name your niche special directory business profile, all of those business profiles are still looking back at your Google business profile to verify everything. Now, why is this important to you? Because if you don't do this correctly, every AI is going to immediately ding you. Every AI is going and looking for your Google business profile first. And that's why, if you notice, there's a lot of businesses that are right now having issues getting their Google business profile approved because Google is going on a purge right now. They have to clean the data. There are so many fake companies right now with Google business profiles that's exactly what they're having to do. Okay. Now you take someone like Apple, and if you didn't know that you needed an Apple business profile, you're behind the eight ball. You are so far behind. So far behind. Now, what I mean by that is the early adopters have already figured this out. What we don't know, and what you don't know, is you're kind of coming in like, here we go. You ready? Let me see if I have it. Nope, I didn't bring it with me. That device I normally have, that's also attached to this right here. That device, when you're using that device's maps, that is what is feeding off the Apple business profile. And you go, Nick, yeah, but I show up. Yep, but if you scroll down to the bottom, who's the profile owned by? Is it Apple or is it Yelp? Because here's what's going on. Before Apple Maps was fed by Yelp, right? But what's good, in this age of AI, in this age of all these things that are happening, now it's changing. Apple doesn't want to give away that data. They want to own the data, right? That's why you have all these, big data centers going up. It's needed now because each AI wants to look internally through its own data to find an answer, to find a solution, to create a great customer experience. And then it's going out and it's verifying through everyone else. So right now, if you are showing up on Apple Maps, but you are still tied to a Yelp business profile, not an Apple business profile, understand you are getting organically dinged, okay? You're not getting blacklisted. It's not some secret operation to go after your business. No, you're just getting organically dinged because you're not using the tools that Apple has in place. It is the same thing for Google. The more the Google assets you use, the more Google organically helps give you more visibility, right? The more Apple products you use, the more Apple gives you more visibility. The more Microsoft products you use, the more you get Microsoft visibility, right? If you're using Claude, ChatGPT, or any Perplexity, or any of the other AIs that are out there, all of that matters because all of those systems are looking internally first to make a recommendation, and then it looks externally. Now, when I say it looks externally, let's go down this direction. That's why your website is still important. Okay, that's the first place it's going to verify that you are a real business. And a lot of you out there are keep going in, and please understand this. I talked about this last week, visionary stall. You keep going in and touching the website. You need to leave it alone. You need to have a static. Think of it like building a building. Like that's the cornerstone piece. Here's who we are. Here's what we do. Here's how we do it. Here's the clients that we serve. I'm going to say this one more time, and you need to write this down. Here's who we are. Here's what we do. Here's how we do it. Here's the clients we serve. You need to have those 4 pieces. After you have those 4 pieces, then you talk about culture and everything else that needs to happen, okay? Now, hear me with this. Like, within Kinetic Curve, Lindsay's actually handling a full-blown rebrand for us. We got into the reputation management space, and what we started learning is that a lot of these clients we were helping were starting businesses. Okay, well, you want to know what that really resonates with me? And I'm the leader of the company. So we're going through a rebrand right now that's really focused on AI CRM starting at $19 a month. That way we can help local businesses get up and running. And then what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start teaching marketing for free. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to start having these classes every Thursday. If you want to book time with me, you're going to be able to book time with me to learn marketing, right? All of this is being said and done. And here's why this is important. There is so much change now that if you don't fully grasp each individual facet of your marketing strategy from here we go, right? Your know, your like, your trust, so that people will do what? They'll buy. You have to have all of that in place so that people can actually find you. Now, here we go, ready? And buy from you, right? But not everyone needs to start with the buy. Maybe, here we go, ready? The $19 CRM. Let's talk about that real quick. Maybe you just need enough that you get verified, that people actually want to start having one-on-one coffees with you, that people actually want to come meet with you at your business, that people actually want to sit down and do breakfast or lunch or things of that nature from you, right? Maybe you just need enough that when you walk into a room, what's on your business card is not your home address and your cell phone number. What it needs to be a business address with a business phone number. And even better if you have an AI that's going to answer the phone for you. Now let's talk about AI. Answering the phone. What you don't do is you don't build an AI that answers the phone that tries to pretend it's a human. How many of you have called your bank and had to deal with that and you're just, it's so frustrating. Why? Because you know it's an AI. I know it's an AI. The bank knows it's an AI. And all you're doing is trying to pulse. It's like you're doing a bait and switch, right? We all know it's an AI. Just introduce the voice AI as an AI. You call Kinetic Curve. Casey answers the phone and she introduces herself as an office AI. And then she gives prompts. What would you like to do? Would you like to talk to sales, customer support, customer service, billing? What would you like to do? And then she's able to direct those phone calls to whomever it needs to go to. That's the important part about this. That's what you need. And it's funny, we did a split test on this. And when we took off Casey as introducing herself as the office AI, the sentiment, the way it was received went down. And when we put that back in, it went back up again. That's the thing. That is the absolute thing that you have to do. You have to be transparent with your audience. If you're not being transparent with your audience, they know. Your audience is really smart. Just so you know. Your audience is really smart, and they do not like it when they feel that you are being unauthentic. That is the number one way to lose people. Start being inauthentic. Start trying to be sneaky. You start doing that, you're just going to lose people. There's no reason for it. So what we're going to do instead is I want you to be authentic with your AI. Let the AI introduce himself as an AI or her as an AI or it as an AI, whatever you want it to be, right? And then you continue in that direction. Here we go. You ready for this? When you have a voice AI like ours, the amount of spam phone calls that get deleted because an AI is going to realize that the AI picked up the phone and just hangs up. All those spam phone calls are coming to your cell phone because you didn't separate your cell phone from your work life. All that goes away. And now you can focus on what's important and get moving forward. So those are the different things that we were going to talk about. I do have one more thing. Let me go find it real quick. Okay. And this will be a whole clip unto itself. If you are using AI anywhere in your business, you need to have an AI terms and conditions. You have to disclose it. You have to make sure that you're protecting your clients' data. If you are using a third-person provider, like a lot of our clients use us as their CRM, we have that built in. We have that set. You just reference back to us, right? Or you just say, hey, I need this on my website, whatever's needed, right? But you need to do this, and you need to do this sooner over than later. If you're like, Nick, I need that AI terms and conditions. Great. Start with Google. Don't ask me for it. Here's the why. Each AI terms and conditions needs to be very, very strategically placed for your niche. The attorney's AI terms and conditions does not need to match a hospital's AI's terms and conditions. That doesn't need to match a roofer's AI terms and conditions. Okay? So you need to, I would always say, start with an AI to write it out and then go give it to an attorney, right? Never just take an AI's answer on this. Definitely keep a human in the loop. And when I say human, I mean a professional human, not just anyone. All right, some things that we got going on this week. Have you noticed I keep getting shorter? This chair, it just keeps on shrinking and shrinking. I keep adjusting the mic for it. Oh, I love it. Okay. To my solopreneurs. Come join us on Thursday. If you are a solopreneur and you're wanting to get up and running and you are bootstrapping your business, come join us on Thursdays. Let me help you. Let me give you guidance. Let me help you take you through the know, like, trust so that people will buy from you. And the best part is, for that hour, you get my time for free. This is how I have the opportunity of giving back to y'all. We have a successful agency. I'm working on an app. I'm working on multiple companies as their fractional CMO. But for that 1 hour, I will let you just ask questions and let me help you go from A to B or B to C or C to D. Let me help you get unstuck. So I know that when Hilario goes through this and, does all his editing, he'll make sure to drop the link there so that way you guys can sign up for this. Thank you guys for spending a little bit of time with me this morning. I had the absolute opportunity to go visit 2 different businesses today that we are looking at rolling out a massive content strategy. And what I mean by that is, if you think that you just need to be on one single platform, you're missing it. You need to be on multiple platforms and multiple directories, and you have to have one voice, all saying the same things moving forward. So that way, not just SEO, not just the search engines will recommend you, but AI will be recommending you. And if you have questions about that and you have the budget, reach out. And you may say, Nick, like, what do you mean the budget? You need to budget $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Because you're not just getting me, you're not just getting a marketing director, you're not just getting a video editor, you're not just getting a video capture team, okay? You're getting an entire team, and you're getting all those work hours. So you need to budget $5,000 to $10,000 a month for a true content strategy that's going to hit all of the check marks. If your business is there, reach out. We'd love to have you as a client. We do not just take everybody, because we only work with niches that we are experts in and that we know this strategy works for. So, hey, thank you guys for joining me today. It was an absolute honor to have you join me this morning. Know that you are loved. Know that you are blessed. Know that God loves you and he built you for a purpose. And if you don't know what that purpose is, ask me. And let me direct you to some people that can help you. I don't have the answer, but let me direct you to some people who can help you figure that out. Thank you guys again. I'll see you.